Good morning everyone and welcome to you in this daily update on Bitcoin mainly as always these days. Hope you're doing very well. I'm gonna start with the news because I always forget, otherwise I'm saying this at the end of the stream. So today we have some news and I'm gonna set the alarm by the way on my side. So we have some news at 2:30 UTC plus 2. Boom, 225 and 8 PM UTC plus 2. So yeah, Fed FOMC, this is going to move the price if the rate is changing, so really definitely to be aware of. 755. Perfect. So this we're done. Also before to update the chart, next week I'm gonna be on vacation, so there will be no daily update and any update in Discord, so no live stream, no daily update live stream, and no any update in Discord also, just so you know. I repeat myself for the people that are watching the daily updates every day, but well, if you're not watching this every day, now you know. So yeah, one update on a daily update on Friday basically, and after that 1 week without any updates, and then I'm back again. And also the last information, I have an important delivery today, so maybe I will have to go a few minutes during the stream. Hopefully it's not going to be during the stream, but it's between 8 AM and 11 AM, so it might be during the stream, sadly, but yeah, anyways, just so you know. Yeah, so Bitcoin, we've got the rejection, so really really complex, but this is what we are prepared for, right? We are prepared for this simply by the levels approach. Okay, you for example plan a resistance, you go above, you come back below, flip into resistance and drop. Well, if you go here on the chart and see what's happened, this is exactly what happened. You go above a resistance plan. If this can load, that would be nice. You go above the resistance plan, you come back below, flip into resistance, and you get the bigger drop. Okay, so this is again a complex approach, but still possible to trade, as I said yesterday. So this for me is a short trade. You can see it very late, but it gives for me a short entry, no financial advice. And so yeah, the short went in a very good profit, not gonna lie. So yeah, very good short trade in the end. Of course, don't forget to take profit 1, because we did got a bounce overnight off, you know, the second support we have planned. We have planned the first one here, just went through like butter. We've got a few good scalp reactions, but no market strictly to change, so there is nothing to take off this because the move down was very strong. So it just went through basically what I was explaining in Discord again yesterday. So if you want to just go and check out this, you have all the informations there. And next went into the second target here, so not the biggest one at all, very small one, very tricky one. You just go and swipe all the lows here to take all the stop loss, and once you have done this, so you're a bit below more of this the support, or basically this point of control, okay, plus a swing through your pan here. So yeah, you just again do a complex approach. You go below, flip into resistance, fake the drop, either a new low, either a retest, and then come back up, flip into support and get the bump. Okay, this is again the typical approach when you want to make it. When you don't bounce directly from the target, you do something like this. You always go above and come back below, flip into resistance, drop. Or here you can see something even more complex. You go below, flip the target into resistance, fake the drop with a retest or sometimes a new low, and then you come back up above, flip into support and get the bump. So I'm not in any long trade here personally, because well, all of this happened at night. And I mean, the thing is, you had to be aggressive here or really take the trade upon the breakout here, but I'm not really a breakout trader, so you can see this was really all at night for me. So maybe I will take something of the retest here, but in any case here, I mean, you could be aggressive basically to take a long here. Here you've got 2 or 3 scalps here to take off this, but you will get wrecked each time. So you've got 3-4 trades already here in a loss. You've got another one here. I mean, you'll be like 5 times in a loss and 1 time in a win. So in the end, I'm not sure this trade will be profitable still yet, even if you was in this at the price at the moment. So I'm happy to not be in that trade, to be honest with you. That was really aggressive at the lows. I understand because we started to get a bit of weakness at that point, but yeah, it was the end of the day, so personally I'm not gonna trade something except here. But well, it was the next day, so yeah, this is not crazy. Anyways, so we'll see if we can get another long trade, or if we can, well, what we can get next basically. So let's update the chart first of all. Let's get rid of this. Okay, we don't really care. Well, I'm just gonna hide that in case we go lower, so we can take a nice screenshot next. And by the way, we've got a nice rejection, you can see here, of the ATAS daily negative path control, not the Exalt charts daily negative path control. That was basically around here. Okay, you can see again, this is pretty crazy. Here, yeah, the ATAS DNPOC much more respected than the Exalt charts one. You can see you've got the Exalt charts daily negative path control, and you've got above here the ATAS daily negative path control. So you will say, yeah, well, when the really above here, yes, but it is a level approach. You go above, come back below, and you flip it into resistance, and you flip the ATAS daily negative path control into resistance. And this software is free, and Exalt charts you have to pay for it. So this is pretty crazy to get these kind of levels. Like you have free levels that are getting much more respected than paid levels. This is just pretty insane. This is just really insane. Anyways, just so you know, so yeah, mainly on ATAS at the moment. So yeah, we can get rid of this in any case now. We can remove this, and we're done. So let's update this now. Daily levels, we do have one. Boom, 1 hour, and let's do again the ATAS Exalt charts difference today. Whoa. So daily, well, let's start over the naked session point of controls here. Okay, still the 10 bucks difference between both levels. Then we have one warrior and 4,330, so the one might be 40. Yeah, there you go, warrior and 4,340. So let's take this one here. 4,340. Good. Then we have TPOs, nothing. Nothing, and then we have the DNPOCs, Radiant 6787.5, 787 here, 8800, Radiant 6800. So let's take this. Okay, where is the, there you go. And let's have a look at the ticks. 50, 7, okay, and the ticks one, it's the ATAS ticks. Alright. 800, yeah, so the 800 here seems much better again than Exalt charts. Let's just mark this one here, Warrior 6787.5, to see again which one is a much the most respected. So what I said, Warrior 6787. Oh yeah, I'm stupid. Well, there is no real big difference. I thought it was 67, so really a little bit below, but no. Alright, well, we are done with Exalt charts. Let's close this here. So yeah, we are having here, as you can see, a massive bullish VD. You have a low, high low, low, lower low, with a tons of shorts in the second low here, and you've got also a tons of shorts in the first low here, but these got stopped out, not all of them. In the second low here, this got stopped out, you can see already. You've got 11 million here plus 4 million, you've got already 15 plus 5 here, so they definitely all got stopped out already. I mean, stopped out, they closed their trades basically, all got stopped out, but they're closed, and now we are getting some longs, so this is classed as bullish, but again, I'm not gonna jump in like this. I don't have my plan yet, so I have to get my plan to jump in a trade. So what we can do here is simply, you know, we are in a range, so we can simply pull this a little bit more here on the right, bounce off the point of control at the moment. What we can do also is pull the previous trend here to see where was the support. The support was here and here, so we can go on the 15 minutes. Let's put this here like that. Yeah, well, there is no massive confidence with the new levels we're having up here. Well, this is the only resistance. If we break this, we have that resistance here, but I mean, the confidence is very bad for me, so I'm not gonna look for a short up here. This will be the next target basically, and if this is reclaimed, we can look for a new high basically. So we can look for a swing through pan failed auction into this resistance, you know, to keep the high, lower high structure. But if we start breaking this, and again, to be fair, if we don't get any swing through pan or failed auction here, well, yeah, I mean, so to speak, if we break this resistance, this is most likely going towards a new all-time high. Again, be aware of a swing through pan of this high. I will be aware of it, but the most probable at that point is to go for a new all-time high. Okay. Yeah, so this is the plan at the moment. I really struggle to find a short in here. Just want to make sure, but yeah, honestly, I will prefer to go into the 70x6 here, not the 618. Yeah, I would say very simple. We have this value hello, anchor at view up. This is the first resistance, so it can give a short trade, of course. It can give a short trade, but again, I don't have any limits in there. I'm just gonna trade everything based off the reaction. Okay, so if there is any good reaction in here, I am not going to take a short trade here. I'm gonna look for the next target. So the next target you can, I'm gonna look for a short here, but the most probable, my opinion, is to go through and go in this. Okay, so I am aware of this target, but best will be to do this. Okay, if we break this first one, go for this next, basically. And from here, well, if we claim this as support, next short will be up here. Okay, for a swing through pan or a failed auction, basically, of this high, so into the TPO, DNPOC, and if we don't get anything bearish here, new all-time high most likely. I was thinking we do have this triangle here, but I don't know if everyone, I'm not on Twitter and stuff like that, so I don't know if everyone is talking about it at the moment. But if people are talking about this at the moment, well, this might give some good fake outs, so we can look for some fake outs like this. Again, this gives us the short I'm talking about right now. I mean, not this one, but this one here. No, this one, by the way. Yeah, this one. So yeah, this is something, if everyone is talking about this on Twitter or everywhere, this is definitely something to be aware of for fake outs. So because people will long, they will be like, oh my god, this is breaking out, so it's time to long. They will go long, and you just come back down to wreck them all. So yeah, just something to be aware of. And yeah, that is it basically in terms of shorts. So now we can look for the longs. Just checking my phone to see if there is any delivery. No. Boom. Let's go for the longs now. So the longs, to be honest with you, we have planned the support yesterday. We've got this first support. Okay, I'm gonna keep that one, see if we can, well, no, I'm gonna get rid of it. To find out the support here, yeah, well, the only long will be based off this for me. Yeah. So this is the target. So we can look for basically the value low, swing third pound fair auction. It can wick down to the POC here, you know, the full range here, point of control. But I don't want to see that we spend too much time below here, because this is bearish, to be honest with you, if we do so. So this is a long target. Okay, can give a long trade, but I'm not a fan of this zone where we're at the moment. I'm not a fan of the wave here to the upside, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, we did bounce it here, but I mean, you have a triple wave up first of all, then you go, if that was a wave 4, 5 again, it's possible to get an expanding leading, for example, and now this is a bigger wave 1, bigger wave 2, but I mean, this is more looking like a 1, 2, 3, so ABC correction, and then you have another correction here. So this is more likely a double XY up. Yeah, this is that's why I'm not a fan of this zone. And moreover, this is a zone we bounce it from is not a crazy big zone of support. We have more likely here a triple wave before. We are looking for this wave here most likely. This was what we had planned, the most probable move. So yeah, overall, normally, maybe we'll take the highs once more, you know, to make a longer correction here into this retrace. So to speak, we'll have a triple wave here. We go for a bigger triple wave here, for example. And then we come back down with a bigger triple wave like this. It's possible, okay. No, then that case will bounce with maybe a double EXY XNZ here to the upside. Because we've got a triple wave here, so that's an that's a double EXY here. Double EXY wave cannot finish with a double EXY only. So if we start with a double EXY, this is going to end up in a double EXY XNZ or an ABC flow or something else basically than a double EXY. So yeah, maybe we'll do something like this if we have to bounce. But yeah, the support here we bounce it from is not the craziest, biggest support ever. So to really expect higher, we need to see a break of this resistance. Okay, the one we have planned just above us. I'm gonna look for a long here still. If there are any good, I mean, there is any good data here, really brilliant data for a long, I'm gonna take the long in any case. But right now this stands. Not gonna jump in something late like this. Yes, this is classed as bullish. Have a massive bullish CVD, but I'm not gonna take any long here because yeah, I don't like to jump in a trade like this in the middle of the move, right? I want to trade this before here. Even if we do this now, that will be very early, but are we going to do this? We don't know yet. So right now this is not the best. I want to trade on the support, not during the pump. So here basically as simple as that. So I'm gonna set an alert here, and if we don't get anything bullish, we can look for a new low. If we go for a new low, we are Wednesday, so yeah, it's not Friday, so yeah, we can look for a swing through pan and a bounce. Again, this is not the best support, whatever. There is no massive confidence, so at that point the best would go swipe the lows here into the value area low, and here again very important target value area low here. So this one is pretty nice, very big one. Value area low is pretty important, to be honest with you, so we'll see what happens in the time there. And if we do break this, we're going to go for a new low. With the wave overall, we are looking for a new low, so I would say even this value area low overall, where is this? Here is not the best trade setup ever due to the context with the wave. Best way to go for a new low here, basically a new 108k low. Okay, so yeah, this is a plan. Yeah, this is the only support we are having below basically. If we break this, we can look for the range low, and so we just have to look for a swing third parallel evolution of the bottom here basically. So we have the lower time frame support, the next support, and we have the different short targets. We know if we break this, we do have this resistance in between. I'm still aware of it, so I'm gonna have a look for a short here, but most probable is to go into the next one here. And if we do break this new high into this swing through pan fair auction up to the daily negative path control, the all-time high zone basically. If we break this, new all-time high most likely. So yeah, that is the plan for today. So we are done. I'm gonna talk also about the XY today because there was a request in Discord. I almost forgot before to go live. I was thinking about this like 2 minutes before to go live. Anyway, so I have two different configurations on this asset because now, you know, this was overall my my configuration, the one I have been looking for a while. You know, we was looking for a move to the downside here, so I was looking basically for a wave 1, 2. Was looking first of all for a wave 2 here. Okay, with a wave 1 like this. I changed it on, I don't know why I was not showing this publicly, but anyways, I did change the wave on my side. I don't know why. I think because there was no request, so I did not really updated this in the video. But anyways, so I changed this with a sideways down, a longer correction here, and so now we have a 3, 4, 5 to the downside. I of course have another configuration, because when we was, you know, we was looking for such configuration already when we was doing the pump here, if I'm correct. Yeah, 2022, 2023. So it was around there already, and for me at that time, the only pattern here that was taking base, so you have the low here, you have the start of the correction, as you can see here. The only pattern that was taking the first wave route was an ABC flat. Now you can get double EXY. We saw in the market that you could get some double EXY, so this is in that case possibly a double EXY. If we have to be in a double EXY here to the upside, we cannot finish only with 5 waves. If we have 5 waves, it's to make a bigger correction. So I think you see what I mean. In that case, that will be a 5 waves correction. 5 waves, ABC zigzag, not a 5 waves, a full 5 waves down. And so this will be here, in that case, an ABC zigzag to complete a B wave, and then you will get another 5 waves to the upside to make a 5 waves correction, 5 waves. And so this will be here a double EXY. Okay, so the targets basically for this will be still the 1-to-1 extension. Okay, this next will be the 123, and you will get next the 1618. If we go above, then the count is wrong and we're in something else. And so this, for example, was a correction done. This was a 5 waves. This was in that case for a wave 1, 2, and we can look for a 3, 4, 5 to the upside next. But this for me makes more sense. Okay, so yeah, this will be the configuration if we arise from here. We do have already some 5 ways down. I didn't really fully counted this, but I'm gonna do it with you now, maybe. Yeah, so yeah, 1, 2, 3 or 5. Well, this was done. We have now the B or the bigger drop. It depends. What's that short? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, we have these two configurations basically. And I have the support. I did plan the support also yesterday on my side. So I really keep the biggest ones. Okay, the premise, you don't have really the volume on the XY. That's a bit the problem. The volume, if you pull for example an anchored view up from the very bottom, you can see the volume is really starting from here. So even if you pull the fixed range to this bottom here, it's taking only and starting from here. So you have a few data missing here. So the question is, can we trust this fixed range? And for me the fixed range is very key and important. To be fair, it looks like, because you have a very nice support here that you broke, flip it into resistance, and now you're coming back below. You come into the point of control, so this is a very nice support we are at the moment. I'm going to talk next about the smaller wave count here, but let's get rid of this. So you have a very nice support right now already. Okay, again, I'm not trading DXY. I have no idea about the order flow on this, so I'll let you make your own decision, but we are at a very nice support normally. Next support is coming around this 1-to-1 extension, so very simple pull from this top to this bottom to the top here. You have the MC extension 786, if that's the 786, cannot remember again, 786. Next you have the 1-to-1 extension. That line up here was a monthly level, but again, you have no real big confidence with this, so I added a line here, not the best level ever. And the next target is basically, the 123 here with a value low, but at that point, to be honest with you, the best way to go here is swipe the lows. So the best target here will be to this bottom of the range. You have the bottom and the top of the range, so you will go swipe the lows, possibly into the 1618. Okay, so it will be basically a swing through panel reduction of the low here. If we continue lower here, the 1618. Okay, these are the different supports, and we have the different counts. So now I'm just gonna go on the lower time frame here, show you the smaller wave count. So maybe here, smaller wave. There you go. So yeah, I did change it here, as you can see the wave here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so you continue here, so you have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this and this 1, 2, 3, and next you have a correction in the wave 4, and you have the 5th here. Taking a wave 5 with a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, expanding, ending it in the wave 5, because otherwise, yeah, that's a triple wave, it doesn't make sense. I do prefer the other configurations, to be honest with you, we have planned, but yeah, this is yeah, this one is absolutely fine, as you can see here. Yeah, and turrets are really well, really good. So yeah, next, this was double EXY, and so yeah, we simply went here, took the, yeah, we cannot do the volume here, but we simply went into the value area high next, as you can see here, of the latest downtrend, only on a monthly time frame, by the way. We go into the value area high on a 68 volume. Can I get this? Value area volumes. If you go on 70, it was maybe even more accurate. Yeah, it's fine. I prefer 68 still. So yeah, went into the value area high, and from here I get a massive pullback basically. 12 hours. Yeah, cool. Also, I guess I was not trading this, but you could, I think, put this extension tool here on the chart. That was maybe the 123. Yep, there you go, 123, and rejection. 123 value area high, rejection. Very nice. And this was also a failed auction of this last high here. Okay, really good ball. Spend some time, fail, get some weakness. Boom. Don't know if you pull the volume here. No, it don't want to. Well, anyways, yeah, I'm stupid. There is no volume on this chart. We could wait for for a long time. Anyways, maybe on this we can see here. Yeah, this is. Well, again, I don't have the order flow. I prefer to see it on the order flow. You can see you don't have really some big buys and stuff. The volume is just dying here. It's decreasing. So yeah, nothing really crazy. And that brings us where we are at the moment. So this was also some wave I had on my chart, but I don't know why, again, I did not share this. I don't know. Anyways, so because this wave, I did not touch it, this wave. This 345, I did place it down. That's not the delivery. When it was at this bottom, so we did got the wave 4-5, but yes, now we do have some 5 waves completed. So it's either, I would say, the C wave done, you know, for the bullish count, either the C wave done, so the B wave, either we form a much bigger impulsive wave 1 to here, so that will be a wave 1, a wave 2, and you get a large drop here for the 3-4-5. With what's happening right now in the world, who knows what's going to happen with the United States, right? So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Hopefully we don't get the move down like this, because I don't know what can happen for this to occur, but yeah, that will be pretty crazy. Hopefully we don't get that. So yeah, yeah, confirm the wave here. So wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5 on the lower time frame here, we might get a divergence. Yes. Perfect. Three, 6, 1, 8. That one is very bad. Perfect, absolute perfect 1-to-1 extension. That's actually crazy. Anyways, okay, good. And then you can pull this here, and so you have basically the wave 5 targets right now. So basic thing, you have the first target that ends up before the bottom here, so it means that you're going to do a swing through upon failed auction. So the first target basically is a swing through upon failed auction. What we are doing at the moment. Again, I don't have the order flow, so I have absolutely no idea if there is a long here or not. Sorry, so this is the first support. Next one is this 1618 of the wave 5, and the next one, max one, is a 2618. Okay, so what's the price? 96. Well, now, where we are at the support 96, so that will be a £23 failed auction below the big support, and the next target is 93. Yeah, it matched our second support here, not the best one. So yeah, a bigger extension down here will be nice. Not sure we get this. So yeah, we might get something of this first support, because yeah, again, classing the support by probability and mostly based off the fixed range at the moment. So, and the premise the fixed range is not really able. So we have to be a bit careful with this support. I'm not a pro of the markets outside of the crypto market. So yeah. Well, we still got some lovely bounce on NQ and ES, so to be honest with you, since the long target, so this is pretty nice. But yeah, when you don't have, for example, some volume like this, I use a volume to trade basically. So if you don't get it or the right one, it's a bit complex for me. So yeah, there you go. I have my derivative just to. Alright, sorry, so in 5-10 minutes I have a delivery. So wrap this up. So yeah, this is the plan basically. If we bounce from any of these supports, microphone is on, yes, we can look for either a wave 2, either if we get a much more bigger rise, for example here the wave 2 break the previous low here, it means that this was an ABC zigzag to the downside, and so the configuration, it's not this big drop that, to be fair, hopefully we don't do, because I don't know what can happen in the wall for this to happen, but this is be very bad in my opinion. So best will be still to get this, pump it up, chill, stop the wars and stuff like that, and just pump. That's it. That will be the best. So yeah, if we bounce even bigger, we take this high, then this is most likely an ABC zigzag to the upside. Again, don't forget we can extend this to the right and do, for example, next an ABC flat or a longer WXY and stuff like that. It's not because we go and take this high here that we go for bam some new all-time high or massive prices. We need to see what's the context of the rise. Do we have some very strong 5 waves to the upside here? So if we do so, then we do, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without taking the high. Then next we're looking for a bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or ABC zigzag to make a bigger triple wave. So well, basically bigger triple wave here. Depends again of the strength of this rise and all of this. We don't have this data yet, so it's impossible to say. Okay, but basically these are the two configurations we can look for. If we do reclaim here and take this high, this is most likely this configuration. If now we reclaim here with a very weak, we can plan the resistance here also of the wall move down here, but I will prefer to see at the bottom is in. For now we are at the bottom. I don't know the reaction, so cannot tell, but if we get a bit of a bounce, a bigger bounce here, I'm going to plan the resistance so we can see if we manage to also get some sign of strength, all of this. And the cool thing is here, as the volume is starting around there, we do have the volume of this latest downtrend, so we'll be able to plan some better resistance than the supports. So yeah, that is the plan on the XY. Hopefully it's not too complex. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. I really have to go right now, so I cannot take your questions, sorry, but if you have any, do not hesitate. You can go in Discord here, questions, feel free to reach out there. And yeah, so thank you all for watching. Don't forget the news today. Boom, Bitcoin is pulling back. That's perfect. That's why I don't like to jump in the trade, because now you will be in the trade at the top here, and if you was, for example, if you're a beginner and I told you too long, you will maybe enter here with a crazy leverage, a close liquidation, and you will get liquidated. And if you're a little bit more advanced, you will not do that, of course. You'll be in a bit of a loss. Maybe we're going to come back later, but yeah, that's not the way I want to trade this, so I prefer to wait for the supports to be hit. So yeah, still no long trade for me. Anyways, wishing you all a brilliant day ahead. Take care of you. I catch you all in Discord or in the next one. Have a brilliant day. Take care and catch you on Friday otherwise. Have a nice one. Cheers.